Good morning. Today is Monday, July 27th, and I wanted to talk today about the different parts that go into making up our whole beings. And there are at least three parts. They are our physical selves, our emotional selves, and our spiritual selves. And I think a lot of times we try to separate those three things into different compartments, take care of our physical bodies in one way and tend to our emotional needs another, and perhaps give some time to our spiritual needs as well. And the older I get, the more I learn over and over again that that is never a good idea, that all three of those things are interconnected and are part of our whole being. And one time, and especially that I think we want to separate them out, is when we are wounded in some way. When we suffer a physical wound, we often try to cure it as quickly as possible, mend it so that we can get on. Emotional wounds are somewhat similar in that when we suffer a heartbreak or a disappointment of some kind, we try to as quickly get over it and put it in our past. Spiritual wounds are a little bit different because they hurt us at the very core of our being. And there is often no quick cure for that, no way to simply heal and move on. They stick with us. Spiritual wounds, unfortunately, are inflicted on us by places we go to nurture them, churches and other places of worship that tell us that, we're not worthy of God's love, that we're horrible, sinful people that God is going to come down hard on. And unfortunately, these churches and other places make themselves into the protectors of God's law, and we have broken it simply by being who we are. And so I want to give a call out today to the Reverend Elder Troy Perry. He's 80 years old today, and Reverend Troy is the founder of Metropolitan Community Churches. And when he started MCC in 1968 in his own living room, he was following a God's call in his life. He heard God say to him, "Go open up my church, invite LGBT people back into my wanting to be with them, my family. Talk to them, let them know that I am loving them every single day of their lives, for I created them." And I am so thankful for MCC in my own life. I'm so thankful for St. Jude's MCC that I belong to here in Wilmington, because it continues to nurture not only me, but all the people that walk through the doors of MCC who have been wounded and hurt somehow in life, especially those spiritual wounds. I've always been intrigued by one part of the Holy Gospel when Jesus rises from the dead and goes and shows his resurrected self to his disciples. He shows them his wounds. He brought his wounds with him. He shows them and says, "Touch them, touch my hands, touch my side. It's really me. And you can see it's me because of the wounds that I suffered in this world." And I've often thought about that as maybe that happens to us too. Maybe that our wounds stick with us, that certainly they can be healed both physically here on this earth, but they can also be healed by God on this earth so that we can use them as part of ourselves, as making up who we are, both healed and whole human beings, but those who bring those emotions with us. Primarily, I think, so that we can understand and help other people heal too. So will you pray this morning with me a very special prayer for today? Holy and loving God, we give you thanks for all those people in this world who have learned of your healing love and healing power and have decided to share it with others. God, we ask that you continue to heal us, allow us to see inside of us as you see us, as healthy, whole human beings, part of your great, loving family. Amen.